Hey everybody, So Wookie here. In this video, we're going to go over the Pubg Dev Corner Community Feedback Episode 3 video that went up on the Pubg YouTube a couple of days ago. I'm going to go over the different things they discuss and what this means and how it colours the development cycle that they have in certain aspects. I hope you enjoyed this video, find the information interesting. If you do, consider liking and subscribing to see more. And also leave a comment below. What do you think about the things that are discussed? And what would you like them to do in the future in terms of improvements that wasn't mentioned on this episode? But for now, let's jump right in. So the first thing that they discuss is the sound design. So first they discuss that in recent changes to the sound, the Kar98, the SKS and the M416 all got, as well as the models redone, they also had a completely redesigned sound. As they discussed, they explained that the feedback has been mixed and that some people love the new sounds, but some people hate them. And I personally love the new sounds. I think the M4 could possibly sound a bit more meaty, but the SKS sounds terrifying now, and the Kar98, it just sounds good. So I think the other one for me is the M4. It sounds not necessarily hollow, but maybe a bit tinny, and it could do with just umping a bit, but they could always tweak it slightly in the future. But I'm not dead set against it. I do like it a bit. And then they also explain that when they remaster sounds of other guns in the future, they're going to do more community testing on the test server first so that they can get the balance right before it just gets hit onto the live server, and then that's how it is. And then this way, if people feel like I said, the M4 is a bit tinny, a bit hollow, then they can tweak it slightly so that it's been remastered, so it's better than it was, but it's also more in line with what the community expect as well, which is only a good thing. So hopefully they redo some of the sounds of the other guns soon that haven't been like touched in forever, and they keep up with that good work, because all these little things, although they're only little things, they do all improve the overall experience of Pubg, which is what we all want. The second thing they discuss is the MG3 feedback. And then in this part of the video, they discuss the feedback they received about the MG3 and how some people think it is overpowered. I personally don't think it is, because if you're standing, the recoil is horrendous. If you're crouching, it's manageable. And if you lid down, it's non-existent. But they also explain, unless prone, there's significant recoil, and when prone, the user is vulnerable, which is true. So if you lie down and you start blapping that thing off, it takes people hardly any time whatsoever to realise where you are, and then it's hard for you to move, so you are quite vulnerable. And then they go on to say that they're quite happy with the current balance, but that's not to say that it won't be tweaked in the future. They also don't mention in this section if or when the weapon might be added to ranked mode. So what I take away from that is they're probably still collecting data about how people are using the weapon, what its usage is like, how the damage is going and stuff like that. And then once they've collected enough data and they're comfortable with it, they'll probably tweak the damage or tweak the recoil slightly, and then they'll add it to ranked, I would imagine. It's definitely not going to be in just regular matches forever. It will make its way to ranked. It's just a case of when. And then finally, the third thing they talk about is ranked solo, which if you didn't already know, if you'd missed my last couple of videos, ranked solo's coming to season 9 of Pubg, which has been such a massive community requested thing, and I've been really wanting it myself as well. They talk about how it's coming to ranked in season 9. I know it's been so heavily requested by the community, but they were reluctant to add it because they didn't want to add too many queues. Initially, they did want to have it in there along with ranked duos and squads, but decided to go with squads first because they were worried about the queue health, and they had no idea how popular it was going to be. Now that ranked squads has been a success, they're more confident about adding it in. They also state that depending on how it goes, they could add more in the future. So, ranked duos potentially in a season or two if the queue health is the queue times are healthy. But this also ties in with the fact that duo first-person perspective servers in some regions are being shut down in season 9, so they're getting rid of that queue to kind of make way for this queue. Now, I once read a statistic somewhere, and it was something like 80% or something, or the number might not be exactly 80, but it was like a vast majority of Pubg players playing third-person perspective. Now, in some regions like Europe and North America, you can get a first-person perspective game, and it's not really a big deal, but you do tend to get a lot more bots. So I mean, if they have to close down first person perspective lobbies in order to make ranked lobbies, which probably more people are going to make use of, then I'm kind of okay with that. I know a lot of people might disagree with that because they might be like a diehard FPP fan, but you can still play first person in third person. Yes, you're at a disadvantage, but I've seen people do it and they still, destroy. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to jumping into ranked solo in season 9 because you don't always manage to get a full squad on, but sometimes you just want to play competitively. I'll still be playing a lot of regular games as well because I still like arsing about, driving around, just annoying people in my US and stuff like that. But for when you want to sit down and you want to play properly, ranked solo is going to be great. And that's it. They're the 3 key points that they discussed in PUBG Dev Corner Community Feedback Episode 3. And like I said, I hope you found this information useful. And if you did, like and subscribe to the channel. And like I said, leave a comment below on what do you think and what do you think these little tweaks they should do next time or moving forward. Hope you enjoyed the video. Wookie out.